Hey everyone, welcome to this very special Monday live stream. Don't worry, Wednesday's clickbait field news fest will be here this week as well. See what I said? News fest rhymes with snooze fest. You guys get it. It's a joke. It's a play on words. Come on. Bear with me here. It's a Monday, and I've got my oolong tea here, and we're gonna go through all of the third-party reveals at TFCON LA 2023. But first, most importantly, as always, the phone number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is in the description down below. And I want to say, everyone who is in chat, what's up? What's going on? What's up, Rachel? Hope you're doing all right. MC DJ is in the house. He says, this better not take away from my Wednesday hump day clickbait. I assure you it will not. What's up, Zihar? I hope you're doing all right. And Oracle says, my oolong tea? Did you put that half and half? No, it's the one I got from the Japanese grocery store in the can. What's up, Timmy, man? Hope you're doing all right. Rachel says, input, you just made a dad joke, and I'm not even a dad. I guess we got to rename them input jokes. Oh, God, that sounds even worse, doesn't it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. I hope your week has started off fantastically, and I hope that the rest of your week goes fantastic as well. Now, I'm not going to babble on and on and on and on for 5 whole minutes, but I guess I will. I guess I've babbled on for 2 minutes, but anyway, whatever. Oracle says in the chat, says, nah, you got young nibblings. You can pay our young. That's true. That's very true. That's true. I do have nieces and nephews and all kinds of stuff. So yeah. But yeah, let's look into these third-party reveals, man. And I'm super excited. Now, I will say I did cheat just a little bit. I did peer into the future, so I have an idea of some things that are coming out. But I'm going to go through these slide by a slide, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go slide by slide. And like I said, some of them I've seen, I've peeked, and some of them I have not. So let's go. We got the TFCON Los Angeles third-party product preview panel. Well, let's go to part for page 2. Okay, so we got more from Half the Battle Toys in conjunction with TF Source presents Nanobots. Now, Gotbot did review these some of these guys, and I think he got like an early 3D print sample. And some of them, I mean, they're really, really cool. Look, some of these characters I don't care about. Other characters I do care about. So some of them are on my radar. Some of them are not. Braun here is definitely not on the radar. These guys are super, super small, 24 millimeters in height. Very tiny, but they're non-transformable. But the cool thing is that they are ball jointed. So you do get some really, really great articulation here, especially out of this Shockwave, where it looks like he's going to have some toe articulation, which is pretty badass. So there you go. We got Shockwave and Braun coming down the pipeline. And just to show you guys how small these guys are, it's insane. So if you guys have a Metroplex, a Generations Metroplex, or any of the other city bots, these guys scale extremely, extremely well with your city bots. There is also a Grimlock at 47 millimeters named King Lizard. I know Oracle is probably gonna go ape shit crazy over this because it's a baby, super baby Grimlock. And as you guys can see right here, that is him with the arc. So again, these guys scale pretty good, man, with your Titan class stuff. Basically, I feel like you can put them with any Titan and they would look really, really well. There we go. We got him on the Masterpiece Jetfire right there as well. Now, what's really cool about this Jetfire is that he came with little minifigures himself. So it's pretty neat that you guys can mix and match and stuff and add. If you guys have the Masterpiece Jetfire, you can kind of add to the effect and everything that Takara was going for. And right there, they are the size of roughly a AAA battery, at least Optimus Prime. The Bumblebee is super small. Again, these guys do get super tiny because they are in scale. They are following the scale charts with this. So they're, they're not going to be all across the board the same height. But again, I think these are really cool, man. Gotbot did do a review of these. He did get an early sample of these, and he liked them. So go check it out. Go scour through Gotbot's reviews. We do see a Hound here. The Hound looking pretty badass. We do see a little baby Jazz, a little baby Grimlock, although he is towering over Jazz. We do see him in his robot mode. We got Reflector. We got, looks like maybe a Huffer, Dino Grimlock, Megatron. Yeah, man, some pretty cool stuff. We got a little layout of what you could possibly do with these little minifigures. Pretty badass. Kind of seems like they went all out with those little guys. And once again, if you guys remember TFCON, I think it was Chicago, whatever it was, back in October. They showed Half the Battle Toys showed this hammer upgrade for Studio Cell Unicron. Now, unfortunately, doesn't seem like they're going to do one for the HasLab Unicron, although I will say HasLab Unicron deserves a big-ass planet-crushing hammer. Yeah, that's really all it is. It's just a hammer, but it looks really, really dope, not going to lie. This is obviously a Hound. I don't know what this is. It just says TFCON, original art done by Fabian Gonzalez, IG at Junker 73, but I don't know what Astrobots. Okay, so random Hound. Okay. Sure, why not? I do like the design of this Hound. I will say that, with the tires up top and stuff. He looks really beefy, really badass. Astrobots, robotic space what is that? Colonization Force. Wow, butchered that word. I can't read today. Now, these guys were up on BBTS for a while for pre-order, and it does look like they have started shipping out now. I love these things. I think they look super, super badass. They do come with their own comic book, so if you guys get them all, you guys can get the entire, I guess, like the entire story and stuff in stock now, available at authorized retailers. And I love how she looks here. I guess that's Athena, because that would be the tarantula wasp thing, and then that would be Apollo. But I do like Athena here. I love the face sculpt on Apollo. It's really cool design stuff. Now, I will say they are a little on the smaller side, and they are on the pricey side. So take that for what you will. Feel free, look it up, check it out, and if you feel like it's something for you, go for it. Again, this just looks super badass. Dude, I love this yellow guy. It just looks fucking awesome. All right, now we're going to dive into the Magic Square stuff, and let's go. We got a baby Chromia, or super deformed Chromia. This is in the same lines of as their RC that they did, the deformed big head thing. And I think this is adorable. I thought the RC was adorable. And yeah, man, I don't know what else to say. She looks adorable. I absolutely love it. She looks so happy. Nothing is going to get to her, man. There we go. We see her in her alt mode. They do transform, which I feel like is a feat within themselves, considering how big the head is on these things. But yeah, super cool. Now we're going to get into their Bruticus, starting off with their Brawl. Now, if you guys know anything about Magic Square, they did a Minosaur, which was really, really well received, and they're going into Bruticus. So here we got Brawl, and we've got Swindle, and Blastoff, and Vortex, and Onslaught. And I don't know if they're going to recolor this. I hope they do, because they could get quite a few runs out of these molds with quite a few different characters. And there he is, all combined up, all formed up. Look, I know this is like the official thing, but I would love to see some of these third-party companies do a Scramble City style type of thing with these combiners. Not too sure if they will or what the deal is, but yeah, I think he looks really, really cool. Like I said, you could get Magic Square, could get toy accurate, show accurate, Ruination, Battle Gaia. I mean, they could milk the ever-loving crap out of this mold and everybody would buy it every time. There we go. We see some colored images of the Brawl down there on the right leg. Was this? I guess that's the display room at TFCON. And there's Brawl right there. Like I said, man, he looks really, really cool. Little baby Brawl. Can't go wrong with a little baby Bruticus either. Magic Square also diving into the G1 Dinobots. There we see Slag or Slug, depending on how old you are, I guess. Dino mode looks incredible. The robot mode looks cool. The head, no, I'm not really feeling the head design here. Don't know what it is. Maybe if I see it in color, maybe it'll be better. Maybe not. But Dino mode looks really, really spot on. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. They're also doing an Ultra Magnus from their Optimus Prime. So, I mean, kind of saw this coming. Okay, I mean, it's another Optimus Prime recolor. So, okay, I mean, is what it is. Very highly articulated. Now, this is, I want to say this is the bigger one. This is their MP scale one. And what kind of gives it away is the hands, to be honest with you. It's all articulated fingers and stuff. So, but yeah, I know the original version got glowing reviews from a lot of people, and a lot of people ignored the QC issues that it had with like the breakages and stuff. So if you guys are into this or looking forward to this one, be forewarned. Magic Square hasn't said anything about fixing the QC issues on the Light of Justice or Light of Freedom, whatever their second masterpiece Optimus Prime was. They haven't said it, neither hide nor hair of fixing their QC issues with it. So take that in consideration when you look at this Ultra Magnus to purchase. Now, I do think he looks really incredible. I do love me a white Optimus Prime. I think that color scheme, the blue, the white, the red eyes and stuff, I just think it pops, man, on that form. But yeah, Chuck mode, not a big fan of the Chuck mode at all on this figure. It misses so much. So now we're moving on to New Age. Let's go. Salamander. Okay. This is obviously a tease from New Age, but if they're going to start doing transforming freaking like vehicles from video games, okay? Give me a Vic Viper, dude. Please give me a Vic Viper. Don't tease me like this. Give me a transforming Vic Viper. Day one purchase. Absolutely. We see what they're doing with their Power Glide here. Okay. And okay, I guess. All right. We do see a recolor into a white and blue Power Glide. I'm not sure what this color is or where it's from, but okay, it's another recolor. We do also get him recolored into the Combiner Wars Power Glide recolor. I forgot what it's called, something Viper. But here they call him Flying Worm because it's a G.I. Joe homage that was also a Transformers homage. Getting them both in there at the same time, man. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I love the color scheme and the color layout on this guy. We do see their New Age Frankenstein, which is their Autobot Spike. Come on, dude. I have to say this. Hasbro has the red line, and they haven't done an Autobot Spike in that yet. And I don't know why. And I don't know why everybody's already beating them to the punch. But I think this is like the third or fourth Autobot Spike on the market. I want to say third, but want to be, cover my bases and say fourth. I think XTransbox has one in the works, and there's two other ones on the market. So, but yeah, I'm definitely not in for this Autobot Spike. While I love the episode, I just didn't really care for whole thing with it, if that makes sense. Like his design using like all the spare parts and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, I love the name Frankenstein. It's pretty cool. We also see their Huffer. Again, it's Huffer. It's G1 Huffer. So, okay. We also see their pipes. Again, G1 pipes. Okay. We also see their Wind Charger. Okay, it's Wind Charger. But, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, a lot of the G1 legend scale stuff just doesn't really appeal to me because at the end of the day, it's G1 and all of these characters have already been done so many times. Like if this was Wind Charger and he was, you know, stylized or something, that would speak to me. But again, you keep releasing the same characters in the same design. It gets kind of, you know, gets kind of tiresome and old. Here we go. We got, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that Rhedosaurus, which I guess I lied. I did try to pronounce it. I mean, dude, he looks really cool. He looks really, really spot on. But something I wish design-wise that they would do here is make his wings, and this goes for all companies, make these wings back here hinge so you can kind of hinge them upward instead of just kind of having them stick out in the middle of his back. I've never liked that design choice on him. And yeah, so it just, I don't know. Just put a hinge, somebody. Just put a hinge so we can angle it up. Now, here we go with the most overrated, overpriced third-party company, Fans Toys. And actually, that's just me kind of stirring the pot. Let's see what we got. We have, oh my God, what is this dude's name? Wow, I just brain farted. Someone take my Transformers fan card away from me. But Fans Toys is calling him Varator. And God dang, why can't I remember his name? Anyway, but I don't like the face sculpt at all. Gears, Jeebus. I don't like his face sculpt here at all whatsoever. The whole wide face thing on his head just does not look good. No, not feeling it. This hasn't hit it. Fans Toys missing the mark on this one, on this Gears for sure. Not feeling it at all. Here we see him with his cliff jumper, or with their cliff jumper and their brawn. And dude, this head sculpt, man, like the eyes stick so far over to this red section on the helmet. No, dude, that ain't it, Chief. Just gotta say that. But I think overall, I think the body looks good and stuff with what we see here. I think it's sculpted really well. The body and stuff does hit. I mean, the whole thing hits Gears and what Gears is supposed to look like. But this face, man, no, just not it. Just not it at all. We do see that one thing from that one episode in that one season from G1. We see his truck mode. His truck mode looks pretty cool. Looks pretty simplified transformation for what you might expect from Fans Toys. But it's still Fans Toys, so it looks like it's still got some complicated parts in there and stuff. Truck mode looks fantastic, and we see him next to his mold mate, and which I think is probably going to be the next one up. No, we got his face sculpts and stuff here. Yeah, dude, it's just not feeling that, man. They need to take that back to the drawing board and redo the eyes or something on these. It's just not working. But here we got their Swerve. Dude, chrome thighs on a Swerve. Yes, and the chrome feet. Yes, let's go. Swerve here looks fantastic, man. Just hits the mark, dude, for what Swerve is supposed to be all the way around. At least what G1 Swerve is supposed to be. Now, we do see different head options here. G1, toy, tune, I think IDW style here in the middle, if I remember right. Trying to find the IDW Swerve that Hasbro did on my shelves, and I can't find them. But yeah, if I remember right, was that tune and then IDW and then toy color head. It's been a while since I've seen an actual G1 Swerve toy, but yeah, truck mode looks fantastic. It looks good on Gears. It looks good here on Swerve, and We see their huffer and their pipes as well. And we see how exactly the head is going to work with the different head sculpts and stuff. It's just basically a faceplate that covers up the faces, which, I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I know some people do, but as long as it's swappable somehow, some way, doesn't really bother me. Here we go. Now we get to see what they're doing with their Scourge. I like the paint. I like the color layout on this guy. I don't like the sculpt on this guy. I think XTransbox really nailed it and did it better here. I do love the color breakup on the thighs and like on the outer calves and stuff here, and on the inner thigh. I love the color breakup there. I love the pink that they picked for the toe or for the fingernails. I love the fact that he painted the toes red, but he just, I don't know, man. This just doesn't hit at all. Now, the alt mode looks really, really good. Really, really cool. You do get the head, like, half transformation mode or whatever. So to create that one part from the movie, Now, I do have to ask, how many people are going to do this? Or how many people are going to display him like that? You guys gotta answer me. If you guys get this, is that your plan? We do see more of the robot here. Now this looks cool. He looks a lot slimmer here, but that's obviously probably the photography and stuff, just making him look really good. We do see him with his Target Master and with Fracas, and yeah. I think it looks really cool. Target Master looks really good, really spot on. But yeah, his chest is too big. I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling this. Metallic paint all the way around. Paint looks fantastic. It is Fans Toys. But yeah, I'm not really digging the figure overall as a whole. Like I said, from what I've seen here, I think XTransbox did it better. We see Fracas here by himself, looking really good. And, if you buy one, you don't need to buy three. You don't need the entire armada. Just buy the one. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like here looks really good, but you get like right about here, and he just looks really bulky. Like chest down looks good, and then neck up looks good, but yeah, he just looks too bulky right here in the shoulders and in the upper chest, like pectoral area. So I'm not really feeling that. We see him next to his Cyclonus, the Fans Toy Cyclonus, and their Galvatron are right there. Dude, I don't know, man. He doesn't match with the other two. I feel like it just looks off. Looks like a different company did them or something. Like if I was looking at this and didn't know this was Fans Toys, I would think somebody else did them. And the only thing that really gives it away as being Fans Toys to me is the paint. But yeah, so I mean, hey, I don't like it. I know a lot of people will, but at the end of the day, yeah, this Scourge, just definitely not feeling the Scourge at all. Now we get to look at Bingo Toys, and they're doing a stylized Black Arachnia. And dude, I love this. I love the way this looks. I love the head sculpt. I love like the evil like spider lady mask and helmet on her and stuff, dude. I dig this. I think this looks fantastic. Now, Bingo Toys is the one that did that Windblade, masterpiece scale Windblade, and that Windblade had some problems. I don't know if I would call them QC issues or anything like that, but just like first toy on the market from a company kind of issues. Like it wasn't as refined as it should be. So hopefully this one is more refined as it should be from them. But overall, dude, I dig this. I think this looks fantastic. She comes to the stand, the alternate heads and stuff. Dude, I love this. Absolutely love this. This is on the wish list for me, hands down, no questions asked. Now here we go to 01 Studio, which is Studio Cell. What could it possibly be? Cybertron. Now, we have seen this before. I've talked about this a couple of times throughout the year here recently. Since they announced it, it has been on every news stream I have done. And I have said this, the only thing that I don't like about it are the thighs. But I don't have a side-by-side picture of the original pictures that they released, but the thighs do look slightly different here. Something in this area looks different because when I'm looking at this picture, the thighs don't bother me as much as they initially did. This is the size of Studio Cell, so which is roughly, I want to say like, he's about Titan class scale, but he's like Devastator height, like Titan class Devastator height. He's not up there with like Omega Supreme or HasLab Unicron or Metroplex or anything like that. He is about Devi scale. So keep that in mind if you guys are expecting a giant, freaking massive Cybertron to go with your HasLab Unicron. This is probably something not for you. But I do think this looks incredible, man. They killed it on their Unicron, so I could only imagine that they would do the same thing with their Cybertron. This looks fantastic. He's got the little stand that comes with them. The planet mode looks great. Yeah, I don't really see any downside to this guy at all whatsoever. So XTransbox up next from since 2008. What are they giving us? They're giving us Streetwise, which we've seen before. I think he looks really good, man. I really don't have any issues with him here. And his alt mode looks like the 300Z that he's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't have any issues here with him at all either. Metagate. I guess they're doing a Bumblebee Optimus Prime. Okay, it looks good, but it doesn't look like it's painted. And the pinned on wheels here make me wonder if it's what the scale is on this guy. I have no idea. Metagate, if you guys don't know, did that Masterpiece Pterosaur here recently, and that thing is well loved. So a lot of possibilities going here. Possibilities going into this Optimus Prime. Truck mode looks way too long here in the back. Cab section looks pretty badass, but all of this back here, this needs to be figured out a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, I don't think it looks bad. I'm just more or less really curious on, the scale of this guy. Metagate also doing a bludgeoned, I guess, upgrade. For something, I don't know. Doesn't really say. Now we got the big reveals from Iron Factory. We see their, I guess, like chibi female styled Seekers, which these are recolors of their oh my gosh, the female Seeker that's a Decepticon. I can't think of her name right now. Why am I brain farting everyone's name today? But yeah, we talked about this already in one of the news streams. They are also releasing their DJD set, which is a combiner, which essentially just combines into a big ass Tarn. And yeah, that's what it is. There's the combiner. There's their Iron Factory Tarn. Iron Factory Tarn is a fantastic figure. If you guys aren't into Legends or just into Transformers or whatever, like, do yourself a favor and grab that figure when he comes out, the reissue when it comes out. But yeah, keep going. They're also doing a Wreckers Optimus Primal. Jesus, I'm brain farting. Everyone's not Optimal Optimus. Oh, geez, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it? Sorry, guys, I can't remember anybody's name today. But they're doing recolors. So if you guys missed out on the Optimal Optimus that Iron Factory did, here's a good time for you to pick up the mold at the very least. So we do see their lineup here that they're planning on releasing. And we do see some more of their Shattered Glass stuff. This is a reissue or recolor, I should say recolor of their IDW style Ultra Magnus, which was a phenomenal figure and a very hefty figure to begin with, especially on Legend scale. He's massive and just huge. And they're doing a Shattered Glass version of it. I think this looks dope as hell. And we got a little, I guess, like size comparison of what the original one looked like here versus the new one. And that looks really, really good there. Iron Factory doing a Galvatron based on their IDW Mega or IDW Galvatron. They're doing a toy color version of that, and it looks like they're also doing a Lockdown as well. And now we started getting the stuff from them that I really don't like. It's their samurai thing. But we do see Inferno here, and we do see Red Alert here. So if you guys are getting these, let me know if you guys are getting these, like these samurai Transformer figures from Iron Factory. I'm really curious. But we also see even more recolors of Inferno. So yeah, dude. I mean, we also see Smokescreen and Blue Streak here. Both versions of Prowl, animated Prowl and G1 style Prowl. Or actually, you can also argue both G1 Prowls. Very deep cut there, if you guys know what I'm talking about. We also get to see their Brawn and their Outback. I think Outback looks pretty badass here with the giant cannon on the side and stuff. He looks like he's a retool, slight retool of the Brawn here. Now we get into the big stuff. Now they did announce this Lio Kaiser some months ago, and I'm super excited for this because I have Iron Factory's Bruticus, and it's a really well done figure. Now I will say that Bruticus does have some QC issues on the arms, Blast Off and Vortex. A lot of people, when they got them, had stress marks on the mushroom peg. So I hope that they've learned from that lesson, and it's not the case here. But we get to see Jaguar and Leo Zach here. The first two, we got Hellbat and Skyhawk right there, looking fantastic, man. Kill Bison as well, dude. They just look so good. But here's what shocked the world. That's not what shocked the world. Combined mode looks fantastic. Fucking Death Cobra. Man, where do I sign up? Finally, somebody has given a Death Cobra, or given Death Cobra the light of the day. Now, whether or not Death Cobra gets produced is still up in the air, but it might happen, which means that we might actually have the first Death Cobra figure in Transformers history ever done, and it was done by a third-party Legends company. Like, god dang, man. I'm super, super stoked about this. I really am. And I hope that he is able to combine with Lio Kaiser and take the place of Hellbat as the left arm. Dude, yes, sign me up for this. Sign me up so hard, dude. This is a freaking awesome. I'm super stoked about Death Cobra being a thing here. We do get to see their Fallen from the Dreamwave Fallen comics and from the War Within, and dude, he just looks so pissed off, so angry. I love it. He looks so awesome too. Iron Factory is going to be killing it this year in Legends, man, for sure. Now I don't know. I guess this is like more of their samurai stuff. We do get to see a Sunstreaker and Sideswipe here. I will say I do like the way Sideswipe looks here. Sunstreaker, not so much, but Sideswipe here does look really, really cool. Now we do get to see from, I guess, an extension of their samurai thing, an Optimus Primal, which I don't know, man. It doesn't look terrible, but not really digging like the spiked out like shoulders and stuff. Cheetor looks pretty badass though. Even though he looks more on the mechanical side than anything else, I do think he looks really good though. We get to see their female Starscream cosplay mecha thing, which I think looks really badass too. And we get to see more of them as Skywarp and Thundercracker. I know a lot of people aren't really in for this, but I just think it looks really cool. I love when companies do something whimsical with Transformers, and this is right up there with the whimsical. Now, Fans Hobby is probably going to be the company to watch this year. Why? Well, because they've already done an homage to Boss as Boss Man, which was a TFCON 2023 exclusive, which is definitely on my want list. We talked about this last Wednesday. We get to see their Dreadwing or I guess Hydra in American colors as Dreadwing here. So if you guys wanted the American toy look and you guys were waiting on that, there's your confirmation for that. Jet mode looks fantastic. Dude, right there. Even more Super God Master Force goodness, man, right there. Dude, he looks dope as hell and just killing it, man. Like, Fans Hobby is killing it with this God Master Force stuff. And here we go. We get to see Hydra and Buster just looking like the team that they are. It's so cool. I'm super stoked about Fans Hobby doing all the Master Force stuff, and this is right up there with it, man. These guys both look incredible. To be honest, I'm more in for the Hydra Buster version, so the Japanese version of these guys, than I am the American ones, because I have American color, like the original toys, the Power of the Primes versions and stuff like that, in their American colors. But the Japanese release of those figures, or the original figures, are really expensive, really hard to come by. And so to have these is really, really awesome. We do see the combined mode right here. Combined mode, not so much. And I will say that it does suffer from the size of the nose on the Jet. That's the only thing. It looks really out of place here in the combined mode. But everything else on these guys looks fantastic. Now, this took me a second to realize who this was, but yes, they are doing an overload from Armada. Dude, with magnetic light, so his eyes do light up. You just place a magnet over the head and boom, they light up. But yeah, Overload, dude, he looks so good. And before you ask, there are pictures of him combined with Optimus Prime. Dude, this just looks wicked. I mean, come on, dude. Fans Hobby is killing it, man, with all of this stuff. And the only QC issue that they had was on the first release of their Naval Commander. And it was the clear plastic on the chest would crack. They fixed it. They remedied it. And no QC issues really have been reported since then. So I would say that if you're buying a Fans Hobby figure, you can, basically buy it without worry of it breaking on you. Yeah, but they are absolutely killing this, man. Where do I sign up for this? I need to pre-order this. It looks so good. Overload looking fantastic. And this is one that arguably me and my friends were just like, what? Dude, they're doing a Jetfire. Now, before we continue, there's no Tidal Wave information. I know they teased Tidal Wave, but they didn't show him at all. As you guys can see, Jetfire being about the size of Optimus Prime in his super mode here. I mean, the Jet mode looks so good. So good. I could almost hear Jimmy Lee coming out of that toy. Like, it's so good. Deep cut. Another deep cut. If you guys know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comment section. But yeah, does combine with Overload here. And what's really cool is, like, Fans Hobby is creating their own Armada universe, like they're all the play value and stuff. Yeah, I would argue they are $200. The Optimus Prime is about $200. It is on the expensive side to get these guys. But I think the interconnectability with their figures and stuff, the play value that's here with these guys and the world that they're creating is so cool, man. And there you go, all linked up. Now, first of all, that Optimus Prime is not a small figure at all whatsoever. That linked up with the Overload with the Jetfire, that's going to take up some space. Just FYI, guys. And yes, he does combine with Optimus Prime. Jetfire does. How many people are going to get this and use that as the combined mode? You got to let me know. Got to let me know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say except for this is awesome. Like modern day wrestling crowds that chant, at every match. This is awesome. This is awesome. Now, we do have Vectron Labs. Now, if you guys don't know, they are doing a Megatron and a Devastator. And the Devastator has been in the works for something like almost like 3 or 4 years now. It's been a long time. And I very much so was of the shit or get off the pot already type of mindset with them. But does look like they are pushing forward with this. And here it says, thank you very much for all friends, fans, and colleagues who have supported and encouraged us from the beginning up till now. To get here, we will keep our promises according to our expectations, by Vectron Lab founder. So their target for Vectron Labs is offer originality to the project, transformable shovel, double combiner configuration. Don't alter G1 anime character design, robot mode, alt mode, and combiner mode. So basically they're saying in broken English here that they're going to stay true to the G1 cartoon design of Devastator. And also stability, mechanical balance, solid joints, and professional design. So they're trying to make this thing as high quality, as stable as humanly possible. And the last thing says responsible and aware choice on penalties that can compromise point 2 without neglecting point 3. Now, what I think that means is responsible and awareness on the penalties. So basically 1 point can compromise another point. So they're trying to basically not let that happen, right? They're trying to make sure that, you're not going to transform this thing without breaking it. You're not going to transform this thing without damaging it. And also, I kind of feel like, too, they're also saying, since this is essentially like a 3-mode transformer, you got alt mode, combine mode, and you also got robot mode. They don't want either one to be hindered by the other one. I think that's what they're talking about there. So I think it's like a twofold statement. But we finally get to see prototypes of this guy, and I don't hate it. I really don't. I think it's very, very G1 accurate in terms of what they're going for here. But I will say that backpack is monstrous. But you guys also got to keep in mind as well that Scrapper does become the foot of Devastator. So again, they're saying they're trying not to have, basically, this mode conflict with the other mode, but this massive backpack, it's big. That's really all I can say. Hands articulated, and it does flip out, I guess, to do that one thing from the one episode in that one season of whatever season it was. And double jointed elbows here. Knee looks like it goes pretty far here. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't think this is terrible. You do get an ab crunch here. Okay, I really think third-party companies need to stop with the ab crunch, because a lot of this stuff just gets put on this one hinge up front with no real support here in the middle, and it can be really, really scary. So, guys, if you guys can't do a proper ab crunch with something in the middle here, don't do it at all. We do see some waist articulation here. And basically, Scrapper saying, hey, what y'all think? Welcome to the party, pal. And we do see him here with Omega Supreme. I don't know. I think that's DX9's Omega Supreme. But size comparison for scale, for what they're going for right here, MP36, the masterpiece Megatron to have, standing next to their Scrapper. I don't think that looks egregious at all. I like that. Scale-wise, I don't think that looks terrible. And we do see the alt mode, what they're trying to attempt here with their alt mode. And calendar update and final work, end of March 2023. And they're also doing a toy-accurate Devastator, prototype combiner mode, and they're going to do a show-accurate Devastator. This, I kind of feel like, possibly flies in the face of them doing, like, the G1 aesthetic of what they were talking about originally. I don't know. But I am really excited to see what this ends up looking like. We've already had tons of Devastators on the market already. But to see a toy accurate masterpiece style Devastator would be really interesting to see how it all plays out. They are expecting to have prototype summer 2023 in Mixmaster and long haul in winter 2023 for long haul, and just a shot of the entire team. Now, guys, this is roughly going to take 2 years, maybe 3 years to make all of these guys. Just going off this time frame, right? So we're going to see prototypes of all three this year. But whether or not we see all 6 is going to be, in the span of roughly 2 years, and possibly a release 2025 for the guys. I mean, they're saying estimated end of work timeline end of 2024, so possibly 2026. But I think it's really, really good that we're starting to see something from them, and because there's been a lot of rumors about how they've just tried to, steal money and screw a bunch of people over and a bunch of other stuff. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But yeah, it's really good that we could see something finally come to fruition from them. And also, they plan on doing a Megatron estimate end of work timeline prototype end of 2024, 2025. I'm taking that as they're going estimated end of work timeline for the prototype of Megatron, because we see the picture of Megatron here, would be 2024, the end of 2024. So maybe a prototype for Megatron at the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. That's how I'm taking that. And of course, he loves TFCON Los Angeles 2023. Thank you so much from Vectron Studios there. Now coming in from MMC Mastermind Creation, we got their double dealer, which I hate this thing. I don't like the fact that they use their Deathsaurus as a remold for double dealer. I don't like that. I don't like their Deathsaurus either. I think their Deathsaurus looks terrible. But yeah, so there you go. If you guys like this, great. But don't forget, Fans Hobby also has one coming out as well. So maybe keep that in mind and try to see which one you like best. But yeah, not really feeling any of this guy at all. Now, the Dimensions Briggs from Ocular Max, which again is MMC. We do have this, what is it? Gender swapped Armada Megatron. I don't know. I think it looks pretty badass. Not gonna lie. We've seen them do this type of thing before with their Tarn. I do like this. I think it looks really cool, really good. Really interesting idea as well. Like, we see gender swaps in like fan art and stuff all the time, but to see it in actual action figure form is a really, really rare thing, and I dig it, man. I think Megatronius. Yeah, I'll go with that. Megatronius here. I think she looks pretty dope. And now we get to see their cassettes. We can see Eject here. And look, these things have been in the making for a long time, MMC. Come on, you get these out already. Like, for real, come on. Stop toying with everybody. We get to see their hotspot because they are doing a Defensor. And dude, this hotspot looks pretty badass. Not gonna lie, I do want it. I do have a soft spot in my heart for a hotspot. No pun intended. But he does look really, really accurate here. Just looks so good. We get the base mode, the toy base mode, and we get to see final prototype images of Defensor here. Defensor, I think it hits all the marks except for the face. Now, I know the face is a little hard to see, but I'm not really digging the head sculpt, so I am kind of hoping that they possibly go back and redesign the head, and it's not just the final prototype design. But overall, I don't think it looks terrible. We do get to see how it's formed here. His legs are basically skeletons for the legs of Streetwise and Groove that would be coming. They do have, looks like it might be a possible Scramble City type of situation here. Maybe. I don't know. I I don't think it would be because it's all built in, but I don't know. Looks like it might be. If I'm wrong, I'm most likely wrong. But I don't think this is hateful either. I think it's a really smart way to do it here. And we get to see this image. Now, a lot of people I have speculated on what this foot is, and I think it's Bruticus. Because if you guys remember in season 3, when Defensor had to fight without one arm, right? So we see the dead arm here, and then all of Defensor's components down here, the protector pods down here. I'm betting this is just Bruticus, and it's just some kind of art. Now, I don't know. I think I'm wrong, to be honest with you, but that's what I'm leaning towards, is that this is Bruticus. But yeah, that's all, folks. And that's the third-party panel from TFCON 2023. Now, let me get caught up in chat. I know I didn't do it the way that I'd usually do it. So, let me get caught up on chat with you guys real quick. And welcome everyone who's joined us that I didn't get to say hello to as of yet. So, looks like you guys have been chatting up a storm, which is really awesome. What's up, Blue Raccoon? Hope you're doing all right. Says, hey, hi, hello, what's up? Salutations. Hope you're doing all right. Trans Aaron, the 38. What's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. See, Blue Raccoon says, I wanted to go to TFCon, but my weekend was busy. JSP, man. What's up, dude? He says, truth be told, the only thing I would have wanted from TFCon are the autographs, but I couldn't make it. Timmy says, thank you, Hasbro, for saving me so much money this year. Trans Aaron says, so they're Action Masters? Yep, talking about the Half the Battle toys. And Oracle says Grimlock, because she loves her baby Grimlocks. He has to live in my dollhouse. She's so excited for that Grimlock. MCDJ says, oh, that poor Grimmy. Yeah, for sure. What's going on, Jay Hollerman? Hope you're doing all right there yourself, bud. Rachel says, what have you done with the real input? He would never stream on a Monday. I had to break it up. I had to do the third-party stream or the third-party news today versus Wednesday, because if I did them all together, it'd be like a 2-hour stream. Let's see. Oracle says, my favorite toys as a kid were Polly Pockets and Micro Machines. And Timmy says, Mighty Max? Mighty Max. Okay, the cartoon was awesome. I hated the Mighty Max toys as a kid because I wanted action figures, right, of Norman and Virgil and Max. But instead, we got these Polly Pocket ripoffs, dude. I was so mad. I was so upset, dude. Not gonna lie. Rachel says, I went to Dublin Comic-Con here in Ireland on Saturday. I picked up Legacy Evolution, Metalhawk, and Buzzworthy Bumblebee Ratchet. That sounds pretty badass. What's up, Big M? Hope you're doing all right, man. Let's see. Jay Hollis says, I finally got my Candy Cane Prime. Awesome, dude. Hope you're enjoying that. Princeton, what's up, man? He says, hello, everyone. Input on a Monday. Sweet. Yeah, dude. Oracle says, I'll be back. I need to do some work stuff. Don't misbehave so terribly while I'm gone. Now, everyone act like the kids in the class when the teacher has left the room. Go! Blue Raccoon says, I always think 86 Magnus will be Earthrise Prime. Dude, if they do another recolor of that mold, people are going to riot, dude, for sure. Big M says, Blue Lobster has the Autobot Spike. That is true. MCGJ says, is there an Autobot Spike Siege scale? No, there's not. They're all pretty much masterpiece scale. So it kind of sucks, dude. I think it's definitely Autobot Spike not being in chug scale is definitely somebody's mismanaged that somewhere. Rachel says, I heard that Hasbro made the red line was for the cheaper masterpiece line. I don't know about that, because the cheaper masterpiece, like I guess like stand-ins was the old leader scale stuff. So I don't know, man. Maybe not. Caldeo Studios, what's up, man? Hope you're doing all right, bud. Yeah, JSP says Gears. Thanks, man. Like I said, I wasn't looking at chat while I was flipping through that stuff. But yeah, I got it. I did get it eventually. Go me. Keldeo says looks very out of the character for Gears to pose like that. MC DJ says that size will do nicely. Big M. Let's see, Swerve in the case. Rachel says, damn input, calling Fans Toys overrated is gonna get him slammed on TFW. Oh, dude, for sure. For sure. But I will say it again. For anybody who didn't hear me, Fans Toys is highly overrated. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. JSP. If they're masterpiece scale, I can understand it. It can be for those who missed out on masterpiece, and those may be too expensive to start collecting now. Just my 2 cents. That's what is that in regards to, JSP? Let's see. TMK says, isn't TFW 2005 overrated? Ooh, I mean, I'm not going to the gates of hell alone. You're going to come with me, Timmy. We're going to fight that battle together. How about that? Okay. Dude, Big M says Gears does have a wide ass head. Yeah, dude, he really did. Rachel says Hasbro should make a transforming Chuck Norris. I'd buy that. Okay. Hasbro, if you guys are listening, you guys want me to buy your Transformers again, make a transforming Chuck Norris and put it in a roundhouse kick pose in the box. Okay, done. Blue Raccoon says, I don't want Gears. I'll probably get him unless Danny DeVito voices him in the movie. That's not a bad call, dude. Danny DeVito should voice Gears. That would be badass. Keldeo says, Scourge, your sweeps, not a Metatron. A stylized Black Arachnia. Yeah, man, yeah. You gotta play nice, right? Let's see. Rachel says, I would like to see Hot Toys make Transformers. They've done one. They did an Optimus Prime that had Starscream's wings, like almost as if like he ripped them off in battle. And this is a G1 Prime, and you could put those wings on Prime. And I think the problem was that it just didn't sell very well, so they just didn't do any more Transformers after that. It's really badass looking figure, though. Blue Raccoon says, you know what boggles me, what happened to the sweeps after Rebirth? That's something to look into, man. I think Hasbro is leaving a lot of money on the table with leaving G1 unfinished, okay? They really should do it, finish it as a comic book, a cartoon, whatever it is, man. Let somebody write it and finish it. Keldeo says, it's the robot god who will create and bless the cosmos with Robo Jesus. Let's see. Big M says, XTransbox Streetwise is a legend scale. All right, okay. So I guess XTB is starting to do legend scale figures. That's interesting. Legends, I guess, is really starting to pick up. I mean, it's picked up quite a bit now, but it's really start seeing a lot of these companies that are known for their masterpiece scales start to get into legend scales. Really intriguing. Keldeo says it's most likely a Legends class Bumblebee movie Optimus, which is neat for how highly detailed the robot mode is. And I agree with you on that. I was thinking it was Legend scale as well. Given the size of the pins on the wheels, kind of feels like a dead giveaway on that. Keldeo says Slipstream. Thank you very much, Keldeo. See, Slipstream or Nova Storm. See, Nova Storm to me is always a dude. And I know Nova Storm in the card game was a she, and that's where it came from and stuff. But I don't know, man. That's a whole different, I guess, conversation. Primal Prime. Thank you, Keldeo. Jesus. I guess you're the one who took my Transformer fan card today. Primal Prime, Leadfoot, and the third one. Let's see. Keldeo also says toy color Galvatron and a movie like a Lockdown. Timmy says I'm getting all the Samurai Iron Factory stuff. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, like I said, their designs just really aren't for me, but their designs aren't for me. But I'm really curious on why people are attracted to them so much, like not in a negative way. I'm just like a Samurai Transformer. Okay, cool, whatever. But like the way people are consuming those figures is crazy to me. So you got to tell me, Timmy, like, why do you like them so much? Let the world hear your voice through me, because I'll post it up here and I'll read it out loud. Keldeo says, I really like Iron Factory animated Prowl at the end. Yeah, dude, the animated Prowl did look really, really badass. Man, were pre-ordered since 2001. Lio Kaiser. Zihar says, I'm getting the Samurai set and the Tarn Combiner. Dude, badass. Hell yeah. Yeah, Timmy's excited for Death Cobra. Trans Aaron's excited for Death Cobra. MC DJ excited for Death Cobra. I'm so glad I'm not the only one excited for that Death Cobra, man. Keldeo says Death Cobra was made probably because of what happened to Hellbat in IDW. Fallen is always mad with his fiery hellfire. Blue Raccoon says, I don't do the anime girl statue objectify women. Or does the anime girl statue objectify women? Just asking. I don't think so, man. I think if I'm being honest, you can find anything to be like angry about or anything like that. But I don't think it objectifies them. I really don't. Let's see. Because I think at the end of the day, that's that culture on that side of the world, right? Like that's what I'm trying to get at. It's their company. It's a Chinese company doing it. So like I said, it's that world, it's their mentality, and it's not for me as a Westerner to judge their culture. MC DJ says, agreed, the market is prime for the European line. Transform! God honor! Caldeo says the Jazz Pants Optimus Prime. Now for the highlight. The reveal was very, 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 very mind-blowing. Their scrapper, talking about Velocitron Labs, or Vectron Studios, their scrapper was absolutely crazy and bizarre, but also so cool and very bold of them. This scrapper, not exactly a small builder boy. No, it's really not, dude. And that Devastator is going to be really big. I'm putting it up there with possibly Toy World Devastator size. Let's see. Keldeo says, no, that's the same Scrapper figure they're trying to make. Scrapper have two combined modes, an anime and a toy-accurate toy mode, which is very, very bold of them to do so. Oh, okay, so they're not doing two. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, then I guess that the shovel at the front of it makes more sense because it did look like it could split apart or shrink down or something. So that I will agree. That is super bold of them. And it does make more sense now as to why they've taken so long to do what they've done with this Devastator. Let's see. Keldeo says, I really, really want to have an IDW double dealer. What's up, Tony Martin, man? Live on a Monday. Yes, sir. I'm live today trying to get through the third-party panel from TFCON that happened over the weekend, bro. He says, I think they may have me for MMC Defensor. Looks good. Dude, he really does look really, really good. Timmy says, need those Avatar-style glasses on Defensor. The Aviator-style glasses on Defensor. Yeah, dude, for sure. I wasn't even thinking it, but you absolutely hit the mark on what's bothering me with the head sculpt. He doesn't have the Aviator shades. 100%. I didn't even think about that, but you nailed it right on the head. Big M says there's a colored version where it's a green. Keldeo says that Velocitron or Vectron Scrapper is so bizarre that Scrapper having a toy and anime accurate combined mode. Oracle says she's back, so you guys better behave. Rachel says, question, since that Devastator is going to be accurate to cartoon, which model are they going to base it off since he had two of them? I think at this point, what they're going off of is the not the cartoon itself, but like the animation model sheets and stuff. So that's what I think they're going off of. I have no idea. At least that's what I hope they go off of. Because if you claim something's toon accurate, that's what you should be going off of. You shouldn't be going off the cartoon itself because of the wild inaccuracies. I mean, Devastator had eyes and a visor in the cartoon, right? So Jay Hollis says 86 Magnus will be an all new mold because of the trailer. Man, I hope so. I hope so. Keldeo also says, as for the back kibble on Scrapper, it's a staple for G1 Scrapper. No, you're absolutely right. But what I was saying is that it looked massive compared to what I'm used to seeing on Scrapper. Let's see. Tony says, I agree with what Input says about Fans Toys, but Hasbro is too. So, yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one either, man. What's up, Snow? Hope you're doing all right, bud. Says Chuck Nordimus Prime. Do you guys ever hear the Chuck Norris joke? And it's like, Chuck Norris drives Optimus Prime to work. Like, it's so good. Rachel says, Input, if you get in a fight on TFW 2005 over Fans Toys, I will fight it with you. Dude, I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Tony says, does anyone know, is the H in the New Age figs for Hobbit? Because they're so small. Rachel says, Input, have you heard the rumors that they changed Rise of the Beast wheeljack design after the backlash? I have not heard that. And if that turns out to be true, thank God they did a Sonic the Hedgehog, man. Good God. Mr. Jones, the legendary man himself, the artist that you should be following on Instagram if you are not. Mr. Jones himself says, I want that car I sent you yesterday. Yes, dude. I tell you what, you can get one and build it because it's a legit 280Z, Datsun 280Z that they use for it. And I will say, guys, Mr. Jones sent me a G1 toy accurate Datsun 280Z that somebody painted up to look just like G1 Prow. They did an incredible job, and I think it looked like it was parked at TFCON. Timmy says, I collect all things samurai related, not just Transformers. Okay, I got you. Okay, so that stuff's just like right up your alley then, huh? That's pretty cool, man. Rachel says, hail our Lord and Savior, Death Cobra. That's got a really good ring to it, Rachel, won't lie. Tony says, I got that Iron Factory Grimlock. He's just a really neat little figure, man. I don't mind a little samurai stylization in my bots. I like them so much. So I got Ironhide. Dude, all right, that's pretty dope. Input for president. Vote for me. I'm not a crook. That's a terrible impression. Keldeo says, you notice me talking about Vectron Scrapper. I deleted those comments to fix myself. I got you. Okay. Let's see. Timmy says, Input for Galactic Emperor. Yes. Hail Input. That's terrible. That's terrible. Timmy also says, they didn't change the designs for Wheeljack. Oh, dude, that sucks. Keldeo says, that hotspot has a beast mode of a crane bird. I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean. Timmy says the 3-pack was shown with him having some puckering lips and googles. Princess says everyone hit that like button. Jay Ola says that Wheeljack is going to be in a 3-pack with Air Razor and Cheetor. They are not screen accurate. Oh, that's good to know. Which I guess we'll talk about like all the Hasbro and T-Former stuff on Wednesday, which I guess that'll be brought up. Let's see. Keldeo says the Iron Factory Samurai stuff is pretty unique and different. I will agree with you on that. That is for sure. Very left field, and I mean that like in a very good way. Would we get OC Transformers, says Blue Raccoon? Rachel also says, I thought the Wheeljack thing was a rumor because Wheeljack's listings were taken down. I came across a video saying that. That's interesting, man. Keldeo says, all hell Inputs in God's butts. Oh, man. As always, guys, I want to say thank you for stopping by. And I know it was a Monday that I did this instead of a Wednesday. But don't forget, Wednesday is only 2 days away. And what does that mean? That means I'm going to go live with even more Transformers news brought to you by tformers.com. And also, if you guys are having any kind of issues at all, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is in my description. Copy, paste, and click the dial if you guys need it, man. I put it there because if you need the help, that's why I put it there. That's simply as that, man. That's why it's down there. So use it. If it's down there, use it 100%, man. Don't be ashamed to use it. Caldeo says, I really like that Iron Factory Sideswipe have his movie blades. Dude, that Sideswipe did look pretty badass. I won't lie. I might end up getting that Sideswipe, and I guess that would be the Samurai, like the my first, possibly only Iron Factory Samurai figure. I did like the way it looked. I will say that. They look really good. Blue Raccoon said, I sent Earthspark episodes and some edits to a Gotbot. Rachel says, input, what are your thoughts on Earthspark? I've only watched the first half of Earthspark, and I liked it. I haven't seen the second half as of yet. I'll probably sit down sometime this week or over the weekend and check it out. Caldeo says, hey, it's fine. I finally took part of your stream. That's true, man. That is true. Glad you stopped by, Caldeo. Tony says, sorry I missed most of it, man. I love your stream, dude. It's cool, bro. No worries, man. Princess says, input, all good night. And yeah, so guys, like I said, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And yeah, dude, that's what is most important. And like I said, National Suicide Prevention Hotline, phone number in the description. If you guys need it, use it. Don't be ashamed to use it because we all need help sometimes. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Later, everybody.